ground penetrating radar X-ray, so you know kind of the theory behind it. Essentially what the tool does is it shoots a ground penetrating radar through the concrete, and as soon as it hits something that's a different density than the concrete, like rebar, wood, plastic, anything like that, it bounces off and sends a reflection of what that object looks like on the screen. So pretty simple, it's like a sonar fish line or something.
Yeah.
With ours we have 3 antennas on the bottom, and the big thing about that is if you can imagine my arm's a piece of rebar and you roll over top of it, it's going to be shooting GPR waves at all different angles and also receiving them at all different angles. So when you roll over that rebar, it's going to shoot underneath and pick up layers of objects.
It's like a full 3D.
Your full 3D, multiple layers, both mats, everything like that. Most other, actually I should say all other ground penetrators have 1 antenna.
That's all we've seen is ones that just show a cut section.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like a 2-dimensional side view as they roll along kind of thing.
Yeah, and if you go over top of something, it's going to shadow everything else underneath there and you won't be able to see it. And this one will also pick up live wire, and it gives you real-time data, so you don't have to actually export the data to analyze, but you can, and I would certainly recommend it. Okay? So in 2 different ways you can scan. You can do quick scan, and basically how that looks is you've got an overhead view right here, so you're looking straight down, and this will tell you the directionality of all your objects. This view here, the cross-sectional, is as if you cut the concrete and you look at it from that angle.
Right.
So this is going to tell you depth as well as spacing.
Okay.
So it kind of helps you figure out what's what. These lines here represent the center of the tool. These 2 dotted lines are the sides of the tool, and that's going to help you actually locate the objects.
So you know where you are, yeah?
Exactly. So this is a really good way just to figure out what's in the concrete, mark it out with a little wax pen or something like that, and then go ahead and cut, core, or drill. The other option you have is you can do an image scan. We'll do both.
Yeah, that's what we really are interested in.
Yeah, and with this one, it'll actually do a 2-foot by 2-foot grid.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is you're doing 2 passes, 4 passes one way and then 4 another way, and it's actually going to stitch that all together and give you 1 image of what's in the concrete. And this is where you get your 2D, 3D view, do your reports. You can compose drill holes.
Yeah.
If you got engineers who want that, you can do annotations and all that stuff. Okay. And the other option is you can do a 4 by 4 grid. So it's just bigger, passes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What I'll do right here is I'll do a quick scan just so you can kind of see what it looks like, just so you get a feel, and then we'll do it over there and see what's there. All you have to do is you set it down. All you have to do is set it parallel or perpendicular to the wall, just because typically that's what way rebar runs. Hit this record button and you start rolling like this. And you can see that we start to get objects appearing as we go. So you can see, I can move our cut line down a little bit. You can see clearly we have something there. As we move, there's some objects.
So you say that red down the bottom there is rebar?
This red down here would likely be the bottom of the slab, this right here.
Okay.
Because what's happening is the waves are going through the concrete.
Gotcha. Okay.
As soon as they hit ground or air or whatever's on the other side, it reflects that image back up. So if you're actually going to go and map these out, what you would do is you would roll the tool over top of the object. What we have there, mark it out, move along. Got some stuff kind of at the bottom of the slab.
Okay, so these, is that like rebar going this way?
Well, you can see if I move this cut line up, this little line here, you can see it's traveling in that direction. But we don't know 100% for sure that it is traveling that way, so what you can do is you can move it up 6 inches. So you can do the same thing and see if it actually lines up. Which it looks like it does.
Right there.
Gotcha. Keep moving along and it'll basically find everything that you have in mind. So when you get something like this, it could be something traveling in that direction, or it could be something like a beam, because if it hits a beam, they're going to hit all on top of the beam and not be able to go through, but then you'll see indications of the sides of the beam where the waves actually travel through the concrete. Right. So it gives you something that probably looks like that. Okay. Does that make sense? Pretty straightforward? Okay. So what we'll do is we can bring it over there, we can actually map it out, and we'll throw it on the grid so we see. We'll look at that.